What up, YouTube? Elleix, come back at you with another custom StarCraft 2 cast. Today we have a 1 vs 1 matchup featuring the Scion Custom Races mod, pretty much a classic on my channel at this point. But for those of you not familiar with this mod, it adds 3 new playable races to the StarCraft universe, one of which is featured in this game. Let's go ahead and introduce our players spawning on the bottom right-hand side of the map. It's our blue Xayid player, Stassin, going up against his opponent, spawning on the top left-hand side of the map. It's our purple Terran player, TestBot. Now, we are starting just a little bit ahead in this game because these players were happily macroing up. There wasn't too much action for the first few minutes, but as we just witnessed, a Xayidling going down to the flamethrowers of the Hellions. Meanwhile, base number 3 coming down for our blue Xayid player, and a wall here as well for Stassin. So at the very least, these Hellions won't likely enter the natural base location so long as that wall remains airtight. The Hellions do make themselves known, and one of the scavengers, our drone equivalent, going down, leaving the scavenger nest in stasis. So unlike the Zerg, the scavengers don't mutate into buildings, they build buildings like SCVs. Look at them. Such good little workers. Anyway, base number 3 coming down, or actually finished, for our Terran player. By the way, if you're new to my channel, I do cast custom StarCraft content all the time, so if that's something you're interested in watching more of, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. The barracks here flying what will be into the main base and getting a bunch of scouting information, and this implies that our Terran player is going full mech, and yes, he is. This is going to be awesome. I don't know if we've really seen mech against the Xayid too often. Usually, with my custom games, it's going to be a custom race versus a custom race. Obviously, we do have vanilla versus custom as well. But seeing Terran meta, like Zerg meta, against Xayid instead will be really interesting to watch. We do have the eroders here, which, as far as I know, are anti-armored units, and yes, they are. They only shoot down, which isn't going to be too much of a problem considering the fact that mech is virtually all on the ground, and a Farian here as well. This is a really cool unit. It's a detection unit and also a dropship, and it's full of Xayidlings. Meanwhile, though, some action at base number 3. We do have the feeding pools, though. The feeding pool will heal up to 3 units at a time, and we have 3 of them, so 9 units will be healed at a time. Oh no, this eroder was not on hold position. The Hellions able to ride right into the main base at the same time. All these Xayid units are running away from home. What do we have to defend? There's the bile pit, which is static defense for the Xayid player. What else? The prowlers here, but these Hellions are pretty much unchecked. 6 workers going down right now to these Hellions, but the Hellions ultimately will go down at the same time. All these Xayid units going down to the Cyclones. Fun fact about the Cyclone, the first time I ever saw it, I thought it was so broken. To be fair, I'm not the best StarCraft player in the world, and at the time, I was definitely not a good StarCraft player. And I was like, yeah, the Cyclone is absolutely broken because there's nothing I can do. Little did I know the lock-on mechanic was a thing. I had no idea. I thought it just had indefinite range. It was so infuriating to deal with. Oh, I like this, though. All these Xayidlings being dropped in a line in the main base for the Terran player. 7 workers going down in this engagement. Ultimately, they will get cleaned up, but they did their job, and there's another Xayidling here actually forcing the cancel on base number 4. I feel like TestBot could have saved that. I mean, it's only 1 Xayidling. It can't really do much, and here we go. It will go down, but honestly, definitely did its job. Cost our Terran player 100 minerals. Taking a look at the workers killed, 9-7, so pretty even, all things considered. An engagement here, though. On the Terran side of the map, there's some eroders here. They will be able to, I think, one-shot these Cyclones pretty much, and yes, they will. But ultimately, they will all go down. These eroders a little bit late to the party. They're doing some damage, but really, I mean, not too much. And yep, all these Cyclones will survive for the time being, running over one of these mines, the acid nests. Oh yeah, that was a good hit for our Xayid player, taking out a Cyclone pretty much for free because these acid nests, they come out from the Prowlers, I believe, and it's just, it's an energy ability, so it doesn't cost you any money, technically speaking. Oh man, yup, the Eroders are a good move against the mech, but 12 workers going down right now to these Cyclones and Hellions. Will the base survive? I think it will, but the entire mineral line was cleaned up. Taking a look at the total workers killed, 23 workers killed by our purple player, throwing out some preemptive scans here as well. Looks like TestBot is being a little paranoid, and so would I. After seeing one Variant, I'd be like, yep, we're going to have some more, and what I would honestly do, I don't know if it would be a good move, to be honest, is throw down like 1 or 2 missile turrets just to soften up a potential drop and then maybe snipe it later on. But that is, you know, money that is spent not on units if you do that. I like this, though. The Prowlers here running around, throwing down acid nests. This will also give a vision to Stassin, as well as undercover potential damage, because this is cloaked. You cannot see it. Base number 4, though, is starting to get saturated here. 9, now 11 out of 16 workers, and this is a planetary fortress. So, interesting move. Another command center being built here as well. We have some sensor towers also, which will keep an eye on the Terran side of the map. And here we go, the Scorpolisks moving really fast, actually. This is a melee-only unit. A lot of them were on move command, though, and in fact, all of them were on move command. They will go down. At the very least, though, they will spot the Terran army. Oh, wow, that is actually hilarious. The Scorpolis just did a total lap around that plateau thing, kind of psyching out the Terran player, but there's a lot of stuff here as well. The siege tanks doing so much work and cleaning this up. Let's take a look at the total supply here. So we have 72 workers and a 92 army supply for our purple Terran player. Meanwhile, 84 workers and 52 army supply for our Xayid player. So the Xayid player is a little bit behind in the army count. Let's take a look at the resources lost. 7,500 resources lost to 9,000 in favor for our purple Terran player as well. But this does look like a good anti-mech army. Stassin just has to be careful not to overextend. I like the mixing of the Varian here. This will provide detection and also some potential micro support should he need it. The Spitters here as well. The Spitter is like a siege unit almost. It has like a very long range ability, and as far as I know, once it dies, it does AoE damage as well. A really cool unit. Xayid ground attacks level, what is that? I think that's level 2 or 3. Let's take a look at the upgrades really quick. Actually, that's level 1 that just finished for the Xayid player. This base here, I mean, we have a bunch of Xayid dens being built. This is not static defense. For a second, I thought it was the siege tanks sieging up. They will be able to cancel the basically the production on these Xayid dens, considering the fact that the scavengers were going down, at least on the one right here. Oh, man, and Hellions here as well. 7 workers going down. A great move by TestBot. Stassin, though, he still is pretty healthy in the worker supply. I mean, he's ahead. You know, he's ahead of the Terran player, but he's losing a lot of workers right now, and now he's not ahead of the Terran player. So just as I said it, TestBot wanted to prove me wrong, and prove me wrong he did. This base here, base number 3, I think, 25 workers going down to these Hellions. Oh no, this is brutal. These siege tanks are just chilling right now. 25 workers total killed in this engagement. The Xayid den will also go down. This is a really, really good engagement for our Terran player, but it looks like Stassin is trying to flank these siege tanks, and this would also be a huge pickup for our Xayid player. Look at the Spitters out-sieging the siege tanks. A scan, though, being thrown down on top of them. Great move by TestBot. A lot of these Spitters are being softened up just a bit, and here it is, the Watcher, which is from our, I think, Xayathone. It's like a temporary observer, pretty much. Really cool. One Hellion here left with 0 kills will ultimately go down, getting two-shotted pretty much by that spitter. The siege tanks also going down. And what's going on here? A lot more Hellions riding across the map, but a lot of Scorpolisks here as well. It looks like Stassin's trying to do his own version of Hellion drive-bys. Oh, man. The Bile Pit getting ahead on some of the damage here because these Hellions were on move command, and the Scorpolisks coming in to clean up these Hellions. 4 more Scavengers going down, our drone equivalents. I accidentally rewound, but we are back. These Hellions going down. How many workers killed? 52 workers killed this game by our purple Zerg player to 7 killed by our blue Xayid player. Oh, I like this. The use of a planetary fortress just next to base number 3. And do we have another one? Oh, it looks like there was a pause here. But since we're in observer mode, we get to jump forward in time and skip that. It looks like another planetary fortress being built. So our purple Terran player opting for defense over economy. And I'm not so sure if that's what I would do, considering that, I mean, honestly, let's be real, TestBot has really good control of this game right now. He could focus on economy if he really wanted to. Both players are doing a great job at spending a lot of their money. I want to say, I mean, now they're floating a lot of minerals and a lot of gas, but for a little bit, the mineral count was low, and if you don't have the minerals, well, you can't really spend the gas. So at that point, you just have to manage your economy rather than kind of focus on spending. You're just over mining gas is what that would imply. Now, here we go. A Hellion going down. These siege tanks, they know that there's a Xayid army here, and the Xayid, they know that there's likely going to be more Terran units, considering that there is a scan here. And I felt like that scan lasted a really long time. Maybe I'm just crazy. I have to be crazy because I know that the Terran are not modified in this mod. Oh, these Scorpolisks trying to chase down some of this Terran mech and actually getting a few hits here. Oh, man, the siege tank also going down. It looks like it had some sort of damage over time. Vehicle, weapons, and armor level 2 is finishing up for our Terran player. The siege tanks here running away. Oh, I love the use of the Watcher, though, from our Xayid player. The Xayithone, such a cool unit. It's a detection unit and a spellcaster. Really, really sick, but a lot of Terran mech here as well, and this is a really ballsy base to go for. I would go for this base, to be honest. What is this, though? We have a Farian full of units, 2 of them actually, which did get spotted by our Terran player, but what is here to defend against this? I'm not so sure this is where I would have landed them. I mean, you know what? Taking out a siege tank and a bunker full of Marines, that's really not so bad. Meanwhile, will this base get canceled? It does not get canceled. Good pickup from our Terran player. So although this wall was destroyed, what I would have done is just picked up my Xayidlings and then flown them to a mineral line. Either way, though, taking out a bunker full of units and a siege tank, yeah, it's not the worst, but I still feel like that wasn't the most cost-effective move. What is this, though? Oh, man, the spitters with their range. I mean, look at this. This is so sick. Will they be able to out-DPS the healing of the SCVs? It looks like they won't. Maybe moving them forward just a little bit and getting those SCVs. That would still be a good pickup, I think. The siege tank, though, going down. Not bad at all. Meanwhile, some Terran units riding towards the blue side of the map. There's so much action everywhere, but Stassin was prepared to handle this. All these Terran units going down. Oh, man, how many workers killed? 8 SCVs killed. They're forced onto the back of this planetary fortress. And the planetary fortress is at about half HP right now. Army supplies 109 to 100 in favor for our blue Xayid player. Taking a look at the worker supply as well, 91 to 63 in favor for Stassin as well. So Stassin really, I want to say, is ahead in this game. Taking a look at the resources lost. Yeah, resources lost is also favoring our blue Xayid player. 18 SCVs killed in this engagement right now. Oh, man. There's blue stuff all over the map. And the Farian getting spotted, but not the base. The scan did expire just a little bit too early. This is a scary looking army, though. A lot of siege tanks, but they're not sieged up. and the use of the spinners against the siege tanks. This is like a hard counter, I feel like, especially with the Xayithone and the Watcher. There's no Xayithone right now, though, so the scan will kind of turn the tides here, forcing the spinners away. This spinner, you know what? Getting a shot in and ultimately dying, but it tried. It did its best. It wanted a promotion, and it ended up dying. Story of my life, man. Here we go. Looks like the siege tanks, they do have the high ground, but the Watcher will allow the Xayid army to get vision on the high ground. And look at these siege tanks going down. These spinners are doing so much work. This is the most utility I think I've seen of spinners in all my time casting the Scion Custom Races mod. This is so interesting to watch. These siege tanks unsieging, running away, but the spinners are on the pursuit. Oh man, wait a minute. The Castellisks, though, they will also be able to do some damage here. Oh man, those siege tanks, they just were not having a good day, but we've got battle cruisers, something I totally missed right now. This is a great tech switch from TestBot. What answer do we have against these? Not much. 7 scavengers going down in this engagement. Oh, man. This is going to be brutal. To be fair, we have a lot of stuff on the map for the blue player, but I mean, this is going to be really annoying to deal with, especially because the battle cruiser can warp in anywhere they want to. The battle cruisers can warp in anywhere they want to. Meanwhile, another engagement on the purple side of the map, but there's not a lot that shoots up, I don't think. All this stuff is anti-ground. This is a great move for our purple Terran player. Where are these battle cruisers? Here they are. They did take out one base. Looks like this base will be relatively safe with the support of these SCVs. Another 7 workers, 8 workers going down. Now 11 workers going down. These battle cruisers are going to be so difficult to deal with. We have a bunch of avian nests being built, but they have been spotted. The tech switch, a potential game-ending tech switch for our Terran player. This is crazy. Another scavenger nest under fire. 15 blue workers going down and 6 purple workers going down. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I was going to say you want to attack these avian nests before they finish. 3 more scavengers going down. A mass cancel on all these avian nests. I would build these back home. In fact, we already have some avian nests being built back home, and I think Leviathan's on the way, so a big tech switch to air for our Xayid player as well. This is super sick. This base, the Orbital Command, under fire. 14 SCVs going down right now. 3 more scavengers going down for the purple player as well. Oh, here we go. This barracks, I think, was probably alive the entire time, but here we go. Yep, the Krakens on the field. These will be able to shoot up, but let's take a look at the units tab. How many Krakens do we have? 3 of them, I think? Wait a minute. Let's see. Oh, no, we've actually got 7 as compared to 9 battle cruisers. So this is really not the end for our Xayid player. 4 more scavengers going down. Oh no. I don't know if this is ideal for TestBot. Look at all these Krakens. I called them Leviathans earlier. That's my fault. They're not Leviathans. They are Krakens in the Scion Custom Races mod. And also the eroders on the purple side of the map trying to do some damage. They will get spotted, though, by those battle cruisers. What else is going on? There was something going on here. Oh, man. Oh, wait. Okay, it looks like a Farian trying to do some sort of drop, but the planetary fortress with the 3 kills will be able to defend itself, kind of. Unfortunately for it, though, it does not shoot up. These SCVs being pulled, though. This is turning into a wild game. The Yamato cannons on a bunch of this Xayid stuff. The Krakens tanking it like beasts. Oh, man. Yep, 1 Kraken going down at the cost of 1 battle cruiser. We have 2 battle cruisers on this side of the map to how many Krakens. Is that like 7? Maybe 8? Oh, man. Stassin has to be careful not to overextend here, though, because we've also got Thors on the field, and Thors are actually really good anti-air. The thing is, they're really slow, so all you have to do is fly away from them, and you'll probably be okay. Meanwhile, Stassin flying back home, likely to reinforce. We got some Xayidlings on the production tab. No more Krakens on the production tab. And Stassin does have the money to build more if he chooses. Another Thor just now finishing up for the Terran player. Let's take a look at the worker supply, though. 36 to 53 in favor for our blue Xayid player. I want to say Stassin is ahead. Look at the army supply as well. 96 to 115 in favor of our blue Xayid player. But the expansions are looking pretty healthy, I want to say, for TestBot. This is still really anybody's game. Let's take a look at the resources lost. Virtually identical. Pretty much 42k all around the board. These rocks getting destroyed. They will allow both players a little more breathing room in terms of movement around the map. I don't know, man. I mean, both players are kind of macroing up. The Watcher here being spawned from the Xayithone. And how many battle cruisers do we have right now? 3. Only 3 battle cruisers, and how many Thors? 8 Thors to what is this? How many Krakens? 7. Okay, you know what? That could be a lot worse for the Terran player to deal with. Only 7 Krakens. If TestBot gets a good engagement on these things, he will be able to take them out. And here we go. The Thors engaging this Kraken, just barely surviving. And the Spitters preventing the Thors from engaging too aggressively. I like the mix of the unit diversity for the blue Xayid player. Oh, here we go. A scan and a warp in of a battle cruiser. 4 workers going down right now. And another attack on another base for the Xayid player. An evacuation of scavengers here. 9 scavengers going down so far in this engagement. Oh, man, this is interesting. I really don't know. Usually I can tell who's going to win. Take your bets now. I feel like based on the army supply, it actually might be the Terran player, but based on the unit composition, I'm still really confident with what Stassin has, but the warping of the battle cruisers really even things out. I mean, the worker supply, though, is still in favor for our blue Xayid player. We're looking at 26 workers to 46 in favor for our blue Xayid player, and this is a good expansion to take. This is a really healthy one, full of minerals, and this one still has a decent amount of minerals left, but it's not mining anything. It's possible Stassin will be able to just outlast his opponent, given the fact he's got a stronger economy right now. This army, though, is looking mighty scary. I mean, army supply, like I said, is in favor now for our Terran player, but that could change at a moment's notice, considering the fact that we have a stronger economy for the blue Xayid player. Oh, no. I mean, these battle cruisers are really important. You want to keep these things alive, and they do survive. Great movement for TestBot. Is he going to try and snipe the Krakens? Is that... Yep. Okay. Yep. The Yamato cannons actually sniping the Spitters, and this is going to allow the Thors breathing room to engage this army. And just as I said it, look at them marching. They are out for blood. They are out for Xayid blood right now. And an engagement here as well with Terran mech taking out this army. It's looking like TestBot might be making a comeback. What a sick game so far. This is insane. The Watcher here, though, spawning, allowing the Spitters to hit some of the high ground units, taking out mules, throwing down some damage on these Thors. The Thors are tanking it, though. Stassin has to be careful not to overextend. This is a lot of Thors to be dealing with, man. Taking a look at the units, we have 8 Krakens and how many Thors? 13 Thors and 3 battle cruisers. This base is happily mining, a little bit oversaturated, but to be fair, most of the stuff is mined out, so it's not like they could mine anything else. This is a base that I would want if I was the Xayid player, but to be fair, it went down, like, I want to say 2 or 3 times. The Spitters playing tag with the Thors. That is awesome. I really don't know, man. I mean, both armies are looking strong, but the Terran army is just looking really scary right now. I like it, though. Both players working to not overextend. They are being very careful right now. And just as I said it, it's possible this battle cruiser will go down, but the Krakens being baited into the range of the Thors, just short of the Thors, actually. It looked like they would get attacked. Oh, man. Here we go. Is this the game-ending push? Who is going to win? All these Krakens going down. Stassin immediately throwing down the GG, giving the victory to TestBot. What a crazy, crazy game. If you guys enjoyed what you saw, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. I also have a Patreon for those of you who want early access to my videos. I'll leave a link to that below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.